Hello, it's Blockchain here coming at you with another technical analysis update. For those of you just tuning in, I'm primarily an Elliott Wave trader using other areas of Confluence and other technical analysis to really complement my price analysis. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the charts. All right. It is Blockchain coming at you with another Bitcoin technical analysis update. Today is Wednesday, the 24th. Let's see. So if you guys are new to my content, new to my channel, make sure you guys jump over to the website, blockchaintatrading.com. Get to know a little bit about me as well right here, actually giving away my #1 trading strategy completely free. So hit the little get in touch. I will send you a free video demonstration of my #1 trading strategy that is consistent, profitable, and reliable. And yes, you can apply it to any market, whether it's stocks, crypto, it doesn't matter. You can definitely utilize it on either or. You can also join the Discord right here, $25 a month, where you can trade alongside 1,000 active traders, anyone ranging from full-time professionals to those that are just wanting to learn and start out. So including myself, I'll be in there. You can trade alongside me, ask me questions, whatever the case may be. I also have the year membership. It's actually half off the monthly, and the masterclass, which is actually sold out. So make sure you guys look for round 2 to launch probably in the next I'd say month and a half-ish, in that ballpark. And then if you are interested in mastering Elliott Wave, we actually have the Elliott Wave Masterclass from the Crypto Hippo, which, from myself, it was kind of the missing link that I just needed to help tie everything together. So I highly recommend it. If you're just looking to start off in the crypto market, these preferred vendors are all ones that I've personally used before, and actually utilizing these links can get you, save a little bit extra, get a couple, bonus perks on top of it as well. Well, ones I've used before and personally trust, and yeah, couldn't steer you wrong on that piece. You can also definitely utilize the website to check out a couple different things in regards to, crypto prices and news, same with traditional stock markets, my YouTube videos, testimonials, contact, all that good stuff right here. I'm also going to have, some pretty cool stuff coming. Hopefully we'll have some merch in the somewhat near future as well. So without further ado, let's actually go ahead and dive into the charts. So overall, from the last video, I was looking for a couple different things in regards to either A, this potentially kicking off with an impulsive wave to the upside here, or B, right, this thing right here being a 3-wave expanded, well, not really expanded, but just a 3-wave flat corrective. So basically it would just be a zigzag ABC. And we'll look on some more of the smaller time frames, but pretty hard pullback right here, which is pretty interesting because on ETH it hadn't crossed the bottom of the start yet. It's still looking fairly, it still has some room to go. Versus Bitcoin, it completely invalidated anything saying that this could be potentially the start of a wave 3 right here. So looking at this more just an ABC flat, and then starting off potentially with a 5-wave move to the downside with this leg here, or potentially like an ABC, another zigzag coming back down. So we'll look at some targets depending on what that looks like over the next little bit. But overall, a couple different options. If you guys have been following along, that this is either an impulsive 1, 2, 3. This is, let's move these off of each other so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Next to it. So basically this would be a 1, 2, 3, this is the 4th, and then we would have another leg up for the 5th that would park us around the 11,400, 11,600 ballpark, somewhere around there. The CME futures actually has a pretty nice count for an impulsive wave up. Everything else, it could be kind of sloppy. So the other piece I'm looking at is if this is a 3-wave move start, which would make this like a zigzag A. This would be the B, and then we would then come up for a C that would have 5 legs here within the C, and this whole thing just being a corrective mess. WXY, made up of all complex corrections, 3-wave moves, zigzags, double zigzags, so on and so forth. Nothing really to note about in regards to it potentially being 100% impulsive. The only thing that we could maybe argue, but actually I don't even want to talk about it because it's stretching, so scratch that. Not even going to bring it up. But you can kind of see that we are at a couple of key levels in regards to the fib channel that came down from really our 14,000 high, as well as the Gann chart from the drop down from 4,000. So we have, I believe this is the 0.25. Where is it at? Why it is not showing. All right. Regardless. All right, so I believe this is actually the 0.25 line right here on the fib chart. Now it's going to bug me. I'll have to look at it later. Anyway, we're on the support line from the scan chart right here, and on the 236 from the fib channel down. So kind of right here they meet, finding a decent amount of support. We also have this trend line that's been holding us up, really since the 20th of May that we've just been bouncing off of a few times. So we are down here testing it yet again. Some of you may like that or not, but testing this trend line one more time. We'll see if it breaks. If it breaks, then I would probably expect another leg down to roughly 8,000 for sure. I'm sorry, 9,000 will start off for sure. 8,900, we have a decent amount of EMAs that are consolidating that would give us some support. Probably look at potentially 85 at the bottom of the fib channel right here. And if this is a wave 4, we can actually really come back down all the way to let's say about, if we get to 7,100, then we'd be looking at a couple different pieces that would be completely different there. So 73 highly unlikely for a wave 4, but yeah, 100% invalidated around this low $7,000 ballpark mark. But we can't even come back down and test 8K, which we've already done pretty much right here, where we found support off of the off that fib circle on the Gann chart. We can come back down and test it and kick off again for a wave 4, and again just making this whole thing a complex correction that would turn into basically WXYXZ to come down for a 4th and then potentially up. So this being wave 4 on the macro, still it's not off the table yet, but I am looking for further continuation to the downside based upon this move here. Looking at some of the momentum oscillators, let's see. We haven't gotten back up and tested the bullish control zone. Last time we did that was right here on June 10th. We were trying to get in there and failed. We tried to get back over this fast-moving or the slow-moving EMA, finding support on the fast EMA right now. And let's see, nothing much on the CB index to really note about at the moment. I'm sure you guys have seen on the hash ribbons we are starting to cross back again to the upside. Don't have a confirmed buy yet that has flashed such as it did here, but something to take note. So let's take a look at some of the smaller time frames here and see what could potentially be another play if you did not catch this move to the downside. So potential move was either that this was going to be your A, B, and a C, or this was a wave 1. This is your 2, and then potentially start a 3. Well, being that we've come down past the start of wave 1, then in my eyes, because wave 1 technically started here, being that we came down past the start of wave 1, that this is since invalidated as any kind of wave 1 for a wave 3. So zigzag, 3-wave move done. Again, starting off with a 5-wave move, we seem to be in a wave 4 at the moment. So let's pull. Actually, let's see something else. So if we did it from here, because this potentially could be a leading 5-wave. This would be an extended third if that's the case. So basically 1, 2, this would be your third, fourth, and a fifth. What's this guy saying? Yeah, so this would be basically saying right here from a fib standpoint at the 1.618 that this is a pretty standard move for a wave 4. Potentially looking for a wave 5 back down around 91. Bottom of the fib channel here is about 9,000. So between 91 and 9,000, 91 and 9,000 would be the next area I'd be looking for some potential support. Potentially another move in regards to we did break this line right here, which we have found support multiple times. We did break that trend line. Now finding a support again on the top of the trend line of this downward channel from a prior high that we had that was about 10K, I believe it was. Yeah, 10K, and then up from that 10.5. So even though we broke out of it right here, came back down, finding some support, but I would expect another leg down to about 91, 9,000. If we get anything overextended, then we're starting to look at roughly 8,800 again right here. But then the question remains, if this guy here is going to be a 5-wave move, like so. Obviously, if we start with 5, means end with 5, right? So this is either the start of something or the end of something. You can see right here is pretty. Looks like a 3-wave corrective structure. So this is either the end or the beginning. So that potentially we'd be looking at an AB, and then this would be coming down for a C right here. But again, kind of on the larger scale, so that's the way it could be potentially the end of something. But obviously right here, with it being a 5-wave move off of a 5-wave move up right here for a C, then we either are going to have like an ABC, where we basically do a zigzag. So if we do come down, say we get to the 9,000, probably come back up roughly somewhere either here or try and test the top of the channels. I'll put it again, just ballpark roughly right in the middle. From an ABC for zigzag standpoint would probably put us back down around 87. A wave 3 would put us back around 82. So those would roughly be overall my targets to the downside. And that would actually be further out. So, to where it would either, potentially right here be a 1, come back up for a 2, and then down for a 3, 4, and then of course we get one more leg down for a 5th. It's either that or we would have a 5-3-5 zigzag for right here an A, come up for a B, then back down again, for a C. And at which point we can even double bottom at the 0.618 at 9,000, or break it and start looking at roughly that 87. Probably, if we came up and tested the trend line, we'll bring that up. So 1-to-1, be looking again roughly 88. doesn't change a whole lot for the 1.618, but anywhere from the 88 to 85 can go down to the 83, but roughly that's what we'd be looking for a potential zigzag. But again, that would just be a 3-wave move if it finishes off here and we get a reversal. So a lot to play out. And of course, we'd be looking for a 3-wave bounce here. If we kick off impulsively with another 5-wave move, then obviously we would reevaluate, and this would technically be the end of something and not the start. So that's what we're looking to play out, what personally I'm looking for here to play out. But ultimately, I'm looking for one more move down. You can see on the 15-minute, we have momentum oscillators resetting quite nicely, which is pretty common for a wave 4. RSI climbing back up, price action still going down. Creating the divergence, we'll probably test the edge of the bullish control zone one more time. And you can even see the CB index creating that bearish divergence. Really from quite a bit. So CB index is really good at showing that. So we have bearish divergence that's forming on the RSI for sure on the CB index. Coming back up, testing the average limit, which is 100. We can't get back over it, but pretty common for a wave 4 where we see these momentum oscillators reset and continue on to have an extension for a wave 5. And then we would look for the divergence to form for the bullish divergence between the wave 3 and the wave 5, where we'd set in a lower low. However, the momentum oscillators such as the RSI and the CB index would have a higher low, creating that bullish divergence to kick us off for either a B wave or a 2, depending on how it comes down. So ultimately, that's what I'm looking for again. And if you guys like the content, if you guys want to support the channel, smash that likes, hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell, and I hope to see you guys in the Discord or the Facebook group, whatever the case may be. Make sure you guys comment on the video below, but I will catch you guys hopefully in the Discord, if not on Friday for